And this is part 3 of the qr50 restore. I was gonna get that panel beated because they're £90 from Honda, but I found some on eBay for 30. I've ordered one of them. Now we're going to start cleaning some other parts just while we're waiting for parts coming in the manual. Now I'm just going to clean the carb and clean this housing up. Just type the numbers. And when the manual comes and I get the crank out, all this will be like this, all cleaned up. Just looking like all the way along here will be cleaned. I'm just looking for someone to clean next. Might do the back shocker. We'll do this airbox as well. The gasket kit come today. The little Honda stickers for the side casing on the engine, and then 3 stripes. There's a stripe goes along the other side of the engine, the other side of this where the kickstart casing is. I think the Honda badge goes on that side as well. Can't remember, but I remember pulling it off. And then soon I'll be sanding this head and barrel down, painting it black, because the frame should be here on Friday. It's Thursday now. That's the case, and that's where the Honda badge goes. That line there is where that one of those little red stripes goes. It's been bodged here. See, it's been repaired. See in there the bodge in that. See, I've still got to sand that as well. So we'll just put that in there for the time being. Carb's clean as well. So now we'll do the back shutter. Got that sanded down as well. Let's had a repair there. Still a little bit more to sand to do. That's all this stand clean. And the shutter, I'll paint in that. I'll paint the spring as well. Top's all nice and shiny, but I'll polish that up, paint that black, see if I can find a stand, but hard to find. Don't know if I've said already, the crank bearings are ordered and the crank seals, which is that. And I think there should be a bearing in the back of there, but I'm waiting until I get the crank out before I start banging bearings out. And now I've got the basket off. I made a video of it, and then when I checked, it hadn't even taped, because there's loads of other videos on my phone with the CR80 engine and stuff on this that I haven't uploaded. Anyway, what I've done, get the 2 pullers into there. It's meant to be a little square flat puller with 2 bolts that go in. I just put them 2 in with them bolts, then turned it so the bolts went into the slot, and then I just tightened that bit in onto the middle bit, and it popped off. I just wish I had on camera. That's what's behind it. Just check for any washers, see if there's any there. Just check the clutch pads. They've got tons of friction on there. There's the top, there's the bottom. There's a little woodruff key you can see in the middle of the circle to the right. That's the woodruff key there. Just pop this off. Nothing behind it, no washers. No washers on there. So just put that with a clutch. Take the chain out. Take that chain tensioner off. Get the crank through. I've already ordered the crank seals. And now I'll push the crank through from this side. Just Just remember to always put the nuts on, just for protection, just in case that was hitting the concrete floor, it would damage the threads. Anyway, we could get the puller on there and just push that crank through. That's the crank tool on now. Now just screw this in. That's the crank out. Just get all these off. Just take that nut butt off just so the crank slides through. That's where the main bearing goes. There's the main crank seals. I don't know where they are, I'm sure I've ordered them, I've lost them. There's the crank. Put the bolt back on. You can see the little woodruff keys just ready to pop out. So we'll take that out. It's just tiny, that one. We'll go and put that in the flywheel because it's magnetised. Pull that rod up and down that way while holding this steady. If there's any play that moves up and down, this bearing's broke, the bottom end bearing, but there's no play at all. So I'll get the main bearing, pull her onto that, pull that main bearing off as well. Just go and put this flywheel out of the way. Now we're just left with the crankcase. I'll clean all that up. Get that out of there. Get the seals it needs. Because it looks like it takes two. The back one looks different to the front one. Looks like a little seal there. So we'll get that one. You can see I'm sure of the crank seals. But that's the crankcase as it is now. I'll get it cleaned. And then we'll put it back together because I've got everything apart from the crank seals. I'll go order some more. They're only £10. So that's all the casing clean now. Just a little bits in there, I'll get them out. But I'll get that gasket off there. There's the other side. That's all nice and clean. I was just wondering on the crank, just remember to put them bolts on. I know I've said it loads of times, but you could drop your crank. I've done it before when I was young and smash one of them bolts. Anyway, the oil pump, I was wondering what that was on the crank. And the oil pump runs off the crank. So when the crank turns, it's turning this bar in the oil pump and pumping oil off the crank. I've got the other main bearing off. I've got the two, I think I showed it in the last video, the two crank bearings already here. I thought I'd lost these, but it was my CR. There's some CR seals somewhere over there. I thought it was these anyway, but there were CR seals. But these are the crank seals. So I've got the crank seals. Just put them back on there, see if I'll be taking that seal out now. So I'll just pull that out now actually. I'll just go and get the puller. And I'll just use these, what you pull springs onto motocross bikes, exhausts. I'll just use them to get the seals out. So we'll just see if it pops out. And that's it, it's all popped out, flew over there somewhere. So I'll go and find it. And that's the seal. And when you look, that's another seal. Just give it a quick go. And I've just put the pick into the back of this seal here. And there is a bearing in it. So we need a bearing. I can't get that seal out. There's no way to grip it on. You can't get into it. But it'll come off when the bearing comes out anyway. That's the seal. It's not even a seal really, it's just like a bush. Anyway, we'll get them orders, put them out the way. We'll get on to the next job. That's the other casing where the kickstart was jamming. Just if you there'll be a proper way of lining it up, I'll find out. But see, kickstart all the way around to there, and it started this spring. Should be on there. To spring this all the way around fast once it's started. To move it back out the way there of the idler cog, so the idler cog can just spin like that. So that's once it turns back, it's not hitting this cog, but we'll see. But there's only one. Just take this part off. Just that's the repair there. That black stuff. I've still got to sand it down as well. And then paint it. But there's only one seal, so I'll pop that seal out as well. And that's the seal out now. So we'll put that with others. What we've got to order. And we'll bang that bearing out tomorrow. So now I'm going to clean the head. Get all that black stuff out of there. The carbon. Clean the head. And clean the barrel as well. Just get all the oil off it and that. So that's the barrel cleaned up. It's a little rub down. You can still see muck on it. So I'm going to get some of that muck off spray from Poundland tomorrow. You just spray it on it, take all the muck off. Just you can't get into fins on the head to clean it. I've got the exhaust to do next. Open the bottom of the carbon, give that a clean. The air filter box with the frame being pushed back. That must have been hitting the fins. The fins on the head. You can see where the gasket goes round, it's missing. So it might need a new airbox as well. So tomorrow I'm going to bang that bearing out, see if this is a seal. I'll try not to damage it in case there's not a seal and it's not made anymore with my old bike. I'm going to order them 3 seals. I've sent the frame and the subframe away to be painted tonight. But I've left everything on this frame. Just so I know everything rigs up, because if everybody's done anything in this, you know, it's hard to wire them back over if they're not wired up properly. Plus, I'm sure the forks are bent. I'm sure I showed it on the last video down there. You can see on the bottom forks. But I'll check once the frame's been painted. I'll check, hopefully they're not, but getting the forks off were hard. And one leg was bent. But I've stripped the forks. I haven't got bushes in or seals. All you've got to do is put grease in them. Plus my storage is low on my phone, so I'll upload this video just to get all the little clips out the way. But next video once the seals come and that bearing, if it come out of there, can't remember, I'm sure it come out of there. Well, it hasn't come out yet. Well, tomorrow. Once all of that bearing, that seals, the crank seals are here, everything's here. I'll rebuild the bottom end in the next video. Alright, thanks for watching.